Welcome to my live webinar where I'll be building some AI tools for everybody. I'm going to wait a little bit, give an introduction to myself until we get some people on the stream. But when you do pop in the stream, drop a like or a comment in the chat so I know you're here. And then we'll get started. And let me know if my audio is good too. Appreciate it. Yeah, my name is Mark Fulton. Little introduction of myself. I am the founder of AI Marketing Plan, which started several months ago, where I help businesses get introduced to AI and how they can apply it to their business. And I curate a list of AI tools, which you can subscribe to at aimarketingplan.com. Just enter your email here, and you'll get a list immediately, a list of over 80 AI tools that I've curated. And I just recently launched the Ultimate AI course, which there's a link in the description of this video if you want to check that out now or later, where I'm teaching prompt engineering and how to build AI tools and lots of other cool stuff. So super excited about that, just getting started. It's been launched a little bit over a week now. And I also have a kind of a software as a service AI tool that I'm working on called Linguistics AI, where I'll be creating AI tools to generate long form content for businesses, to generate things like SEO articles, reports, etc. And you can subscribe to get early access or notified when that goes live at linguisticsai.com. All right, today we will be building some AI tools on Hubble. Hubble is a no-code app builder, AI tool builder that I really love it. I've been connected with the founder recently, really nice guy. I've been working with him. I've actually helped him develop some new features, etc. So really excited, and I've been loving using this tool to build chatbots and AI tools for myself and my clients. So if you guys want to go ahead and drop any ideas for apps or AI tools that you would like me to try to build on the stream in the comments, we can get those going. That would be great. So we've got some ideas to work with. I have an idea of my own. If we don't have any come in soon, I'll just start working on this one idea I had for an app. But yeah, if you have any ideas for AI tools you'd like me to try to whip up live on the air, just drop a comment. I'll give 1 minute for that. But thank you guys for joining me. And there will be a replay of this, so if you want to look back later, or I'm sure some people couldn't make it this morning, but I am just going to demonstrate. I guess I'll do my idea now, but if you have an idea, drop it in the comments. So chat isn't working. Okay. I'm not sure why the chat isn't working. Restore chat. Sorry guys, not sure why it's not working, but let's see. Maybe I'm not sure why the chat wouldn't be working. Well, I'm going to go ahead and build my app idea. Sorry about the chat. I don't know why it wouldn't be working, but maybe you can email me too, and I'll see the email come through if you have an app idea. I'll make sure to keep an eye on that as I go. But yeah, I had this idea to build an app that turned LinkedIn posts into blog posts because I thought that was a good idea. So you're kind of giving away your content to LinkedIn when you just post on LinkedIn. Why not take advantage of the content that you've already created and maybe generate some organic traffic from Google over time? And I thought that LinkedIn has this new trend of having these short, compelling, informative, insightful posts, kind of short form, bulleted lists type posts. And I figured that would be the perfect starting point for a blog post. So we can build an app that takes a LinkedIn post and turns it into a fully SEO optimized great article. So I'm going to just delete all these default fields. You don't need these. Let's name this something else. LinkedIn post to blog post. And essentially, we won't need many fields for this particular app. We'll primarily need, well, we might come up with some, but primarily we'll need a text area that we paste our LinkedIn post in. Please paste your LinkedIn post here. And then that's the front end form. There's 3 tabs here. One is for designing your form, and 2 is for your workflow. This is where we'd be working with prompts and doing some prompt engineering as we build out the tool. So for now, let's see. Got the LinkedIn post we paste here. Let's see what else we can add before we get started on the prompt engineering to make it a little more interesting. Let's do a checkbox where we say what additional elements that we want to add to our blog post. Please select a few additional elements you would like to include in your post. And then we can have some options like back, frequently asked questions, industry quotes, additional, let's see, resource links. Let's start with that for now. And then when we get into the workflow, this is essentially where we'll put our prompt, which gets sent to the chat model. And Hubble has several options. They recently added Google Palm. You can select from several other language models here. For the purposes of this stream, I'm probably going to use GPT 3.5 because it's a lot faster. In production, I would probably use GPT-4 for higher quality output. But that, as of right now, that the generation on GPT-4 takes quite a bit of time. So we'll stick with GPT 3.5 for now. I'm going to bump this up to 0.7 temperature, which tells the language model to be a little average creativity. If you go to 1, it will be very creative and maybe come up with some strange stuff. 0, it will just be very strict in its response and not be creative whatsoever. So I'm going to set it at 0.7. If you have a free trial account at Hubble, you can create an app where you embed data as context, so to like train the model. I think you get one free app or tool that has embedded data. The premium plan is I believe $30 a month. There's a link in the description of this video if you want to give Hubble a free try. But if you upgrade, you get access to GPT-4 and unlimited apps with data embedded. So for our app, let's get started with the prompt engineering for this. And I'm just going, didn't plan for this at all, so I'm just going off the top of my head. We'll say something like, you are an expert copywriter and your task is to generate an article based on the following contents. I'll probably add some more in a second, but essentially what we have here, these two items are my elements from the tool. So down here I can say content, and then I like to use triple quotes when I'm quoting or embedding examples or content, just so it's very clearly defined for the language model that what I'm entering here is an example or a framework or content that I would like to reference. So that's my LinkedIn post there. And then we'll say something like, please also include the following additional elements within the article. And then we'll put that field there. One other thing you're going to want to do, especially for an article, blog post, is to use Markdown. Instruct the language model to use Markdown. For articles, I also like to include headings. Include heading, title, with, okay. So I think I want to add another field so we can make it SEO optimized. Let's add another field that's a target keyword so we can rank on Google for this term using our LinkedIn post. Delete that. Let's see. So now I can go and reference that keyword. Include heading, include article headings with the following, with this keyword included. There it is. And I'm going to save this real quick. All right. Drag this down. You can change the button. Let's see. Man, I wish comments were working. Oh wait, I think I see some comments now. I'm gonna pop these comments up. Pop out chat. There we go. Okay. So Bruce gave a suggestion. How about an app to find a list of companies in the world for AI tech? Interesting. I think that is possible, but I think you're going to want to do that on ChatGPT with web browsing, which I'm not that impressed with yet. It's not working very well, but right now the AI, the data on ChatGPT is out of date, so I don't know if that would be very effective right now. And Tim asks, what is Markdown? That's a good question. I should have explained that. So Markdown is text formatting. It's kind of like short code for text formatting. It's used by WordPress, Discord, other apps where you post text content to format the content into heading tags, bold, italics, underline, paragraphs, etc. So Markdown just makes the output look a lot nicer, and it's already formatted well and SEO friendly for you in a blog post. So we're pretty much almost done with this, but I'd like to go into a little more detail to make the output better and more SEO friendly. So let's expand our prompt some. So we've got, you're an expert copywriter and your task is to generate an article based on the following content. Please expand upon any bullet points in the content and write in detail some insightful and educational content related to the provided copy. Include an introduction that is casual and informative and compelling. With a friendly tone. I would probably continue to work on this and optimize it over time, but for the purposes of the video, we'll just start with that and see how it works out. So let's see, additional elements. Yeah, that's a good point, Bruce. Bard would be better with that for finding live information, or even Bing. But yeah, I hope in the future that we'll have more updated data and be able to scrape and use these plugins through the API. That'd be incredible. Or the new ChatGPT plugins. All right, so we've got our design, we've got our workflow. Let's preview it and see what we've got so far. So I'll hit publish. Oh, I've got to hit a name. So LinkedIn to blog post. You don't really need a description. Apparently you can set a password if you like. I think that's a new feature. It's pretty cool. Let's see, publish. And then you'll get options to share this directly, other options to share. You can actually embed it within your site. If you have a pro account, it won't have any branding. So it's a really good opportunity, Hubble, to create AI tools as a service. They're white labeled for the most part. So if you learn this, you can create tools for businesses, for other people, get really creative and build an entire business using these. Let's see what this looks like so far. We'll just go straight to the Hubble link. So here's our app. I'm going to take a post that I made a week ago and see what happens. Copy this. I'm going to paste it here. And let's see. So I'm talking about cold email personalization. So I'm going to target that as my key phrase. And I want to include a fact. I'll just try all these out to test it out. And then we'll generate the article. This can take up to a few minutes. As you know, it takes a while for ChatGPT itself to type all that out. So we're waiting for a response from ChatGPT 3.5. It should be decently fast. ChatGPT 4 would take significantly longer. But this should be done fairly soon. And then after I show you this, I forgot to mention one of the coolest things about Hubble is you can chain prompts. You can do one generation and then take the result of that generation and use it as context for another prompt, which allows you to do some really cool stuff. I'll show you what that looks like while we wait on that. So here you have the option to add another prompt 2. And then this would be the output of this prompt, this little pink purple looking button. Still waiting on this. Here we go. So here's our article that perfect. So yeah, we generated this entire article formatted with Markdown. So this is what Markdown is, Tim. So it gives you these nicely styled headings, and the links themselves are using Markdown instead of just being URLs. They're formatted links. We've got an introduction, cold email personalization. It took my steps, and it's honestly not that far off, this initial part, from my post itself. It's expanded on it some. It's great. It's got more content. It's added my bonus tip. It's added these facts. I don't know if that's accurate. So yes, always check your content for accuracy, because ChatGPT is known to make things up. So we don't want to just copy and paste this to a blog. You want to look over it, improve it, and make sure it's accurate. See, like these, John Doe, Jane Smith, these are made up, so I wouldn't use these. Typically, this would maybe work for a well-known industry. For this particular example, ChatGPT took it upon itself to just make some quotes up. It would probably work for other industries. And unfortunately, this is made up as well. That's not a real link. So you have to make sure that you go in and make sure that it's accurate. But the article itself is a great starting point for a blog post. And we can improve upon this with our prompt engineering, make it more detailed. So let's try that out. In prompt 2, we'll say, based on your article here, based on your article generation, and then we'll put output 1. Please write. Let's see. I don't know that we actually need a prompt number 2 for this one. I could define everything here. For this particular app, when you're generating an article, you don't necessarily need that. But what I'll do is add an additional section. Please write and some additional related insight about, and then we'll use our target key phrase. That provides, so that should essentially almost include another couple hundred words. You can define how long you want it to. It's not going to be perfect, but so I could say, like, please write 400 additional words related, additional words related to our target keyword. Based on this information. So we can save that. If you guys have any ideas for other apps you want me to try after this one, please let me know in the comments. I'm going to check those. Let's see. Yes, I'm checking the comments now, sorry. Can you connect Zano? I'm not familiar with Zano. Jason, sorry, I'll have to look that up. But what you can do with Hubble is upload all kinds of data files, CSV, text, PDF, and use that as context for the app. I don't believe they have direct API connections. That's something they may add in the future, or you can suggest it to them. And then Tim, is Hubble the platform you would use? Yes. Hubble also, they have a chatbot option as well. Right now I'm using their app builder. So they have a similar framework, which I'll show you after this, for building a chatbot. And the chatbots, you can embed them inline on a website, or you can embed them as a hovering chatbot in the bottom right of your website. So I'm going to republish this. So yeah, decent article. Let me see, should I do any other improvements? Yeah, I think this needs a little more content length. If we want to go for the idea of an SEO article, it's kind of thin on content. So maybe I would do after the introduction, I'll do a new line. After the introduction, include 2 paragraphs about the benefits and of our key phrase. Yeah. And like I said, you can go into more detail, get more specific, provide examples, and kind of outline the way you want your article to be structured. So now if we refresh this, I'm gonna do a hard refresh and try it again. Nope. There's our LinkedIn post, cold email. I'm just gonna do fact for now. These obviously didn't work. So generate. And real quickly, so this may take even longer now because we're now waiting on one prompt to complete and then the second prompt to complete. So it will take a little longer this way, but we'll have better output, better content, longer content. And I probably should have said use Markdown here as well. Yeah. Sure, Tim, I can do a chatbot next. Do you have an idea for like what kind of chatbot you in particular, like maybe one for a specific type of business? Let me know. Waiting on this response here. All right. Let me check these. Let's see, settings. You can also add images and other paragraphs, descriptions, kind of things to guide your user as they're using the tool that you built. You can add images and paragraphs and titles to kind of make it more user friendly. Or you can just have it stripped down, embed it within your site, and then do that stuff on your own around the tool itself. Let's see. All right, here's our new article. Strangely, not what I expected, but cold emails. I think it took these. It's definitely longer. Here you can see that it followed my instructions on the second prompt and did a really long article addition. This I think got worse, so I probably want to go ahead and work on the prompting up here and make it more clear, the format, the structure, how I wanted this LinkedIn post content to be used. So I would probably want to go in here and make improvements to that. Kind of just doing it off the top of my head as we do this stream, but you kind of get the general idea of how that works. And so you can take a LinkedIn post with this little app I built and turn it into this long optimized article. So I thought that would be a cool app to build. Maybe um, would be something great to share on LinkedIn. I'm sure it would get some traffic and exposure and growth on your own LinkedIn profile if you did share this or something like it. AI tools are an amazing way to build backlinks for your website, um, or to share as a lead magnet for a newsletter. Um, so, highly recommend you jump in, give this a try. Like I said, there's a link in the description of this video to Hubble. You can try it out for free. Um, so if I go back to my apps, we can build a chatbot this time. So I was building using the form option. This is the chatbot interface. Let me see. This would be a chatbot website selling nursing review prep courses. Nursing review prep courses. Okay. So with chatbots, you want to prompt them with probably want to have some data about the courses. For now, we can bypass that option, but you would want to upload all the information on your courses here eventually, so that you have that option. So your chatbot is trained on all of your course data. So, but for now, we can do everything but that. And I believe you said nursing review prep courses. Not sure what that is, honestly, but it's kind of prep course assistant. And hi there, how can I help you with your nursing review prep? This is a cool option they added. You can add a call to action button, like and then send it to whatever link on your chatbot, or you can say contact us, order now, whatever you like. I really like that they added that. I'm gonna probably ask him to double this and add a second call to action. I don't see why that would be an issue. So probably gonna message Derek and ask him if he could add another call to action option here, just to make it more usable and valuable as a tool. Possibly even 3, because that would be really cool. So this is where we get into the good part. Okay, I don't know why that's, I think his training thing broke my, oh, here we go. Okay. So for this example, we would want to say, please, let's say, you are a research assistant for nursing prep courses. Please use all available information provided to accurately and expertly answer any questions regarding nursing prep. And then let's see, I'll probably go back to 0.7 again. I'm not sure why Hubble starts at 0.5, because that's kind of risky. I would go to 0.7. Let's see what else I would put. You are a research assistant for nursing prep courses. Please use all of them. And by this I'm referencing the data that would be uploaded. That will be included as context. any questions regarding nursing prep. I would say be friendly and concise in your answers, and yeah. And then I would say, just to make it more user friendly, one thing I like to do is instruct it to continue to offer help. So I would say, once you respond to a question, please offer to, please, let's see, please ask the user if they would like help with any other questions. Okay, I'm gonna save. Okay. I don't know how this is going to react without data, but we can give it a try. Oh, does this work live? What are nursing prep courses? This would be nursing review prep courses. So yeah, so it answered my question fairly concisely, and then it followed my instructions by asking if I'd like help with anything else. So yeah, that's how you build a chatbot essentially. And then if you upload your data here, it will have knowledge on exactly specifically what you'd like it to respond to. So you can upload all the information about the prep courses there. All right. So this is, I believe, GPT 3.5. You have the option of going Palm 2 as well. I think GPT 4 is just too slow to function as a chatbot right now. And then you have the option to publish your chatbot. You can share it directly. So we'll just go and you can share it directly into your chatbot. I'd recommend, embedding it. You can embed it inline, or you can embed it as a little chatbot assistant. Let's see. I'm gonna give you a sneak peek since you guys were patient and still here. This is something that I created based on someone else's idea. I think it's amazing. So basically, what it does is works like ChatGPT, but in the background, it gives various options for your answer. So I've instructed it to generate 3 results, analyze the results, and then improve upon the best option. So it turns out that this technique can make your content generation much better. It just takes some time, takes additional time rather. So I'm going to give you a little overview of how this works. So this is basically our prompt. So you would basically prompt just like you would ChatGPT here in the tool. And what I've done in the workflow is, here's the request, and then I've instructed ChatGPT, please come up with 3 unique variations of your answer to the above request using industry-specific knowledge on the subject matter. So that generation will generate three options for your request. And then the prompt following is you're a researcher tasked with investigating the three responses provided. And then I'll embed that output, list the flaws and faulty logic of each option, and then work out in a step-by-step way all the errors. So then we input the options. This is the analysis. We input the analysis, and then we instruct it to say, so please determine which option is the best. And then based on your analysis, in a step-by-step way, print the improved answer and use Markdown. So basically we're having ChatGPT provide options, analyze the options, and then improve the best option. So surprisingly amazing results using this technique rather than just your initial ChatGPT output. So I think that this is going to be something people are going to pay attention to more soon. So if you have something that's really important that you want really high quality, accurate output that you don't want to skimp and you don't mind waiting a little more time, because this does take about 5-6 minutes to generate an output because you're using 3 prompt generations from ChatGPT 4, which does take some time. So just wanted to show you an example of one really cool app that's built on Hubble. I probably didn't even notice yet. Yeah. So if anybody wants to shout out one more idea, I can maybe try it. But other than that, that's a good overview of the AI tool or AI app builder on Hubble. And then the chatbot, we built that as well. So I think I may actually pursue trying to improve this LinkedIn post to blog post, because I think that's something people on LinkedIn would love. And I think that might be popular, because why not? You've already written this content on LinkedIn. Might as well take advantage of it and have some organic traffic on your blog. Hey, Christy. But yeah, so thanks, Jerry. Thanks, Tim. Thanks, Christy. I think I'm unless you guys have any ideas. Okay. Are you able to create a paywall? That's a great question. Right now on Hubble, you would need to have another solution to do that. I believe that that's something that's going to be coming soon. I asked Derek, the founder, about that, and he's thinking about options for that, but he wants to make sure that it's done correctly. There's some other tools that are starting to do that as well. My recommendation, if you have WordPress experience, you could set up a simple WordPress site, embed your app on WordPress, and then use some kind of membership plugin to restrict access to that content. You can also do things like this with AI engine on WordPress. The reason I like Hubble so much is because of this prompt chaining option where you can do multiple prompts. I've actually built some pretty cool tools with Hubble that I couldn't on AI engine. But yeah, that's a great question. As far as charging for these, right now you need another solution to do that. So I would recommend, there's different ways you could do it. But yeah, you can embed this tool on any type of site. So if you have a membership platform, I've not used Wiz before. I'm not familiar. But I primarily use WordPress. I love WordPress. So that's what I'm planning to do for linguistics AI. I'll probably just set up a membership platform using Stripe, and I'm thinking that I'm probably gonna do like unlimited generations per month and charge a monthly subscription for businesses. But yeah, great question. Any other questions real quick before I take off? But yeah, I'm thinking if you guys like this, I might do it more often or do some other variations of this. Do some live training chatbots. But please feel free to check out my new AI course. Within the course, I go into more details about Hubble and other platforms, and there's tons of resources about building AI tools and the prompt engineering itself. I didn't really go that deep into prompt engineering because I'm just typing off the top of my head. Usually would like to spend a lot more time and get more detailed on it, but in this course you can learn details about prompt engineering and specifically I'll give you examples on how to build really incredible chatbots. I did a very basic example here, but there's a lot of opportunity to build them for sales and customer support, etc. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. I appreciate you, and I appreciate that, Tim. You're welcome. And yes, Christina, this should be recorded on YouTube, and you'll be able to replay it if you missed the beginning. But yeah, thank you guys. I'm going to sign off for now, and I'll see you next time.